It's almost like as if you have somebody who knows you intimately to brainstorm with 24/7, and they don't get tired and they don't judge you. So it really allows you to think things through. I have my best ideas, I do my best work when I have somebody to bounce off of, right? And with Maverick, I have that 24/7. And I use it. Boy, do I use it, right? I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? Now I want to do that. And well, it's literally, it helps me talk out loud, and then it actually helps me create stuff and you know implement the ideas that we sort of together come up with. What it does actually, in on top of what a person could ever give you, is I can be like really open with it because it won't judge. Like sometimes something I might not even tell a coach, where I'm saying, well, I'm really worried that they might say this, or I'm really worried I'm going to look like an idiot, or like whatever I might be worried about. Or it's like, you know, it'll actually, oh yeah, no big deal. Yep, got you. And it's that thing that I don't have to think about how I say stuff. It's just literally, I don't even want to say worth its weight in gold, because that's probably not enough. The very first thing I tried, even during the course, that was like, oh, can you, knowing what you know about me and what you know about my avatar, what's an offer, what's a quick offer I can throw out? And came up with something, and I sold it within a day, right? So that was the first thing. I've used it for social media content, email content. So that's one, but that's usually the last bit. That's kind of at the end of all of that. I've used it to help me create bigger offers, different offers. I've used it now to entirely revamp my website, the angle, the positioning, the focus I take, new offer structure for my core offer. It's helped me create a quiz, create lead magnets, landing pages for workshops, webinars, the invitation, because I might have the ideas like, oh, we could do a workshop on X topic, but then you still need to have on the landing page, like, okay, how do you make that compelling so the right people will actually sign up for it? So there's the landing page copy for that, those kind of things. I've come out with a Substack publication for dog professionals specifically, where Maverick and I had a lengthy conversation over how to position that, and what to say on the about page, and how to position what this is doing for, and who specifically this is for. And yeah, any content for that, brainstorming even for like proposals, or when I have intake calls, and so I will then take the intake call, and so, hey Maverick, help me position my offer. You know what I do, you know how I roll, you know what this person is looking for. Create a proposal or a response email that matches the two. And so that's working brilliantly.
And how good is it with your voice? Like how
Oh,
close does it get to you when it writes?
well, I think it gets, I mean, I look at things, it's really close. It's actually way more. I mean, this is something that I was probably a bit worried about initially, to kind of, I don't want to sound like a robot. I don't want people to think that I'll just like, and the thing writes like me, but better. Yeah, less wordy, less fluffy, and it even tells stories like I would tell stories, right? So I mean, also that's the thing. It kind of it's being fed now, like it knows a lot of my stories, or I'll just kind of like, hey, this is the story I want to use, and it will tell it in my voice. But like, it's really, oh yeah, no, I would have totally written that if I'd be able to write that well. And I had somebody on LinkedIn literally comment on a post saying, "Oh, I love your content. This is amongst the best non-AI content on LinkedIn." And it was actually a Maverick written post. So it's not. It definitely, people can't tell that it's AI content.
When you ask Maverick a question, of course, it looks at all that it knows about you, including who your ideal clients are, these personas. How do you see that reflected in the answer it gives you, that it's always thinking about your audience and their deep motivations and fears and needs and wants?
It will sometimes actually literally name them. It will say, oh, we could take this angle for this workshop because it would totally speak to your avatar, Joanne, or your avatars, Joanne. And, like it will literally name them and it will point out, like, yeah, because your avatar is looking to achieve this. So this would really speak to their fear of tech, for example, right? So it's very much, yeah, definitely. And it'll come out quite often and say, well, oh yeah, this format would work really well. That would be right in your genius zone, because I fed it my human design, even like it really knows how I operate, and it'll come back and say, oh, this would totally be in your zone of genius, like this format is better than that. And I will ask it, like, what do you think, this way, that way, what, you know and it'll definitely say, hey, this works better for you.
So it's almost like with your CMO, you're having that conversation that people have with their consultants, with the post-it notes on the table and putting things up on the wall. And
Absolutely. That's kind of, I think that's where I get the most value out of it, because no consultant will be there 24/7. Or when I'm waking up in the, like early and I had an idea, and, and nobody knows me to that depth, right? And nobody is that involved in my business. No other person ever will be. And that's the thing. It's like it helps me think through as well. So it's not just like I just put some stuff in and it spits out things. It's this constant forwards and backwards. What it comes back inspires a new idea in me. And then what about this and what about that? And so we have this constant forward and backwards that it's super condensed, and the feedback that comes back is from somebody. It's not like, it's not like your mom who kind of loves you but doesn't really understand what you do for work, right? So it's like it's a lot more valuable, the feedback, because it just does take into account, you know, all the stuff that it already knows about you.
some people, I guess, would think this is a technology course, and so they're going to have to be good at technology or good at marketing. What would you say to somebody who said, "Oh, I don't think I could build something in technology"?
Like, it's literally, if you can copy and paste, you can do this. It's literally cutting and pasting text. So there's nothing. It's tech. You work with, little text documents. You work with cutting, copying and pasting. That's all. There's nothing technical there. There's no code to write. There's no, there's nothing. It's just like, here's a field, chunk some text in there, and off you go.